What up, it's Timbers here. Now, the other day on Monday, fame legend John Kennedy was actually trending on Twitter, which I still don't want to know why. But hey, John Kennedy is a legend, and lots of people should, in today's spirit, should know who John Kennedy is. Like the guy was a living legend. A great comic. I mean, he's been some great films, whether you talk about Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, Stripes, Uncle Buck, Home Alone. I mean, the list goes on and on. Well, looks like Ryan Reynolds is now doing a documentary about John Kennedy. According to Yahoo, Ryan Reynolds announced Monday that he and Colin Hanks are working on a nonfiction film about the late comedian legacy. True, Ryan Reynolds' Maximum Effort production company. After Kennedy began trending on Twitter ahead of the Planes, Trains, and Automobile 4K re-release. Here's what Reynolds ended up saying. With John Kennedy trending, I'll just say I love him, which Reynolds wrote on Twitter of his fellow Canadian national treasure. So much of Maximum Effort is working on a documentary on his life with Colin Hanks. Expect tears. In a statement to People, a rep for Reynolds confirmed the news, stating the Kennedy family is giving Maximum Effort access to his archive and home video footage. And John Kennedy's 38-year-old son, Christopher Kennedy, tweeted Reynolds, writing, "This is all true." And his daughter Jennifer wrote down saying, "Boom! So looking forward to working on this with them and our family. The project is in great hands." This year is actually marks the 25th anniversary of John Kennedy's passing, and what's also really interesting is Colin Hanks is actually the son of Tom Hanks, if you guys know, and Tom Hanks actually worked with John Kennedy on the 1983 film Splash and the 1985 film Volunteer. So I could totally see maybe Tom Hanks, because this is a documentary, so I'm pretty sure people who knew John Kennedy is going to be interviewed and stuff. I could totally see Tom Hanks being a part of this documentary. Maybe Steve Martin because of Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, which, by the way, is getting a re-release next month in honor of the movie's 30th anniversary. So I'm actually take some effort to see that. If you guys have not seen Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, I did my review for that a couple years ago around Thanksgiving time. It's one of the best Thanksgiving movies you ever want to see. It is so hilarious. Steve Martin and John Kennedy giving Planes, Trains, and Automobiles a go. It is a really pleasant fun. And of course, John Kennedy has been lots of other great stuff. Obviously, Spaceballs. The guy is just a national treasure. And seeing a documentary about him, man, lots of really cool documentaries in the works, coming. Between this, there's supposed to be a Jim Henson documentary. These are the type of documentaries I do really appreciate watching, So I'm definitely interested in seeing this. But let me let you guys. What are your thoughts on Ryan Reynolds and Colin Hanks working on a documentary on John Kennedy? Would you love to see a John Kennedy documentary? Were you ever a fan of John Kennedy? And bonus question: what are some of your favorite John Kennedy movies? Mine would probably obviously go Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. I'll probably go with maybe Uncle Buck. Even though he's not in it tons, like he's only in it like towards the ending, really. His part in Home Alone, man. I know the guy was obviously he was way ahead of my time, but I remember watching some of his stuff as a kid, like years later, and I really always appreciate this guy, and he's been some of the great stuff. Some of the best stars comics of that decade are sadly no longer with us. John Belushi, Chris Farley. It's a shame. Anyway, drop a comment below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that bell for more notification. This is Simon signing out.